It is light. It is heat. It is life itself. It is the sun. And day after day, the sun bears down on the Sahel, one of the regions in the world that receives the most sunlight. Yet despite this abundant resource, the Sahel carries a heavy energy deficit.
We see impact of climate change particularly affecting this region. We see an energy sector that is dominated still largely by fossil fuel generation, by generation capacity that is grossly inadequate to the needs. In fact, the production of electricity in the G5 Sahel countries is roughly equivalent to that of Trinidad and Tobago.
The Desert to Power initiative will harness the Sahel's prolific solar potential to generate 10 gigawatts of additional capacity, provide clean electricity for 250 million people, and help build the world's largest solar zone. Desert to Power is part of the African Development Bank's New Deal on Energy in Africa and a key pillar of the Great Green Wall Initiative. 5 priority intervention areas for the Desert to Power initiative are expanding grid-connected solar power generation capacity, strengthening and expanding national and regional grids, deploying decentralized energy solutions, improving the financial and operational capacity of the power utilities, strengthening the enabling environment for increased private sector investments. The initiative initially focused on the G5 Sahel countries with the heads of states of Burkina Faso, Chad, Mali, Mauritania and Niger endorsing the implementation of the initial phase of Desert to Power.
De conclure l'essai, il nous faut passer des ambitions aux réalisations.
I am delighted that we're not just talking about it, it's on the ground. We have in Chad the Jamea project. The Jamea project is 32 megawatts. The Burkina Faso, the Yelem project, both grid and off-grid systems, and that's also very important.
Roadmaps in these G5 countries enables the identification of 85 priority projects across the 5 pillars of the initiative, requiring project preparation and investment funding. What started with the G5 is now being rolled out to the rest of the Sahel region.
Mon pays soutient l'initiative Desert to Power et attend d'elle des opportunités de financement des projets prioritaires de son secteur de l'énergie afin d'améliorer la desserte en électricité sur toute l'étendue du territoire, tout en améliorant le mix énergétique.
So far, the initiative has made good progress through high-level political endorsements, operationalization of the implementation structure, validation of national and regional roadmaps, and establishing strong partnerships. These partnerships have helped mobilize concessional funding for the initiative. The Desert to Power G5 Sahel Financing Facility is an excellent example of the initiative's ability to mobilize resources at scale. The facility will provide close to $1 billion in catalytic financing from the Green Climate Fund, the African Development Bank, co-financing from other development finance institutions and private sector equity to be deployed over a 7-year period. The long-term expected outcomes of the facility alone include 500 megawatts of solar capacity, 239 megawatt-hour of battery storage capacity, 1 million people with access to electricity, 50% of whom will be women. Equivalent of 14,448,525 tons of carbon dioxide avoided in the lifetime of the facility. 1,420 green jobs created during the construction phase. The bank scaled up the Sustainable Energy Fund for Africa (SEFA), which is one of the primary delivery vehicles for the Desert to Power initiatives, with several partners increasing their contributions.
The Swedish government is happy to contribute with 170 million Swedish kroners, approximately $20 million to Desert to Power.
All of this is in pursuit of a better life for the people of Africa through providing low-emission electricity access, expanding opportunities for manufacturing, accelerating economic development, facilitating innovation in agriculture, and promoting financial inclusion for women and youth.
This is one of the things that I call the BioBAP transformative energy project for Africa.
The Sahel holds much promise. We can open up that potential. Let's partner and power up Africa's possibilities with the Desert to Power initiative.